One thing that I love about a classical education is that no one subject is taught in a vacuum. They all are interrelated. The subject that is sort of our anchor subject upon which all the others are based is history. So in our class, if you stay with me for both years, 5th and 6th grade, one of those years you will study the ancients, and in the other year, you will study medieval times all the way through the Reformation. So because of those two eras of history, I have chosen our science to match and our literature to match, and our writing also has a lot of parallels with those histories. So let's talk about literature next, because it is the second subject of the day. Every day, Monday through Friday, we will have literature. I will show you a little bird's eye view of all of the books we will read. So some of these books are really easy, we'll say. They've got pictures in them, and they are a nice at or maybe even just slightly below our reading level, and they're easy to digest. Others are adventure books or mythologies or ancient stories. Some have some pretty gruesome elements to them, like the Inferno by Dante. Each year we'll read at least one Shakespeare play. Some are just super fun. Sword in the Stone is a King Arthur book. Robin Hood, total adventure, hilarity, and the Canterbury Tales. All of these are pitched so that we can digest them well enough, but every year I also include one super hard book, COD, because we study biology one of the years. Let me show you our other books for the opposite year. When we do the ancients, we will study, or we get to read these books. Gilgamesh, we'll do Herodotus, who's the first historian, Jules Verne, From the Earth to the Moon. We will do the Trojan War and Odysseus's travels afterwards. Great stories. That year we will do Julius Caesar, because we get to study the height of the Roman Empire, and another one, Archimedes, great mathematician from the ancient world. The bronze bow is always a favorite, and longitude is the tricky nonfiction one for the year of the ancients. I know it's tricky. We love to hate this book, but it ends up being one of the most talked about and long-lasting remembered books. So literature every day. We will read in class. We will take notes on what we read. Sometimes I will give you questions that you will need to find the answers for as you read. Other times you will be asked to summarize what you have read. We will read in class. We will discuss, especially those tricky books. We will spend a lot of time discussing them and making sure we have complete understanding of what's going on and why and the wheres and what fors. Then you will also have reading homework, literature homework to complete at home at night, just to keep us moving on a pace. It's a lot of books, and it's a lot of fun, and we will dive into some really interesting stories and some really interesting eras of history. Just lots of fun for discussion. I really feel that the best place to study morals and character are through stories. When we see other people behaving in a specific way, we can think about our own behavior and make decisions and come to understandings about what is good and true and beautiful. So these books will do that for us, and it's a lot of fun. Good for literature. One more thing about literature are the tests. When we complete a book, we will take a test on that book. I can't tell you what day it will be. It's just when we finish it, we will schedule and host a test. The cool thing about the tests for literature are that they are open note. That means that as we've been reading, if you have been writing down character names, definitions of words, plot, important parts of the plot, answered the questions thoroughly, you can have all of that information open on your desk while you take the test. So this is to encourage you to learn how to take good notes, thorough notes, and then use those notes to help you ace the test.